Hi, it's people. I am Chinghiz together with you. Today, November 28, 2022. And peoples around the world more and more starting act with demand and protest demonstrations against injustices, against brutality, dictatorships, in several forms, but dictatorships. More and more. And particularly in countries where this brutality was for decades in Iran, before our eyes, their revolutionary movement happening. They demand democracy, they demand moderate state system, they demand replace Islamic state regime of mullahs, other name, and they demand secular country. I'm fighting for that. Now in China, there have been a brutality of Communist Party, truly fascist, same which was in Soviet Union, Communist Party, not so different. Stalinism, Maoism was acting plus in the same form, where people's no matter, not value, not nothing. And when in 1989 happening Tiananmen movement, daytime Chinese authority, because Chinese people demand, they agreed to go to reform, but only in economic sphere, rejected reform political system, one rule party system, Communist Party dictatorship system. And this was wrong, mistake, particularly nowadays, this so obviously coming online when I many years, more than decades, call it Chinese authority, start political reform, start reform of criminal justice system, but they was ignore what I each time said, Chinese people will act, will demand democracy. Because they're human beings. They want respect for their rights, for their individuality. They want live in democratic country where their voice hear it, their vote matter, free speech, free expression, free movement, so crucial for human being. But propaganda was said, no, Chinese people happy to see when we all know, and I repeated the same, it's not And now tragedy in Uyghur Xinjiang region, Uyghur Autonomy region near Urumqi. There was lockdown across China. And this Communist Party, another very evil, I can say even devil decision, satanic decision. Zero COVID policy. Only Communist Party of China can decide that, rule this decision. Because for them, even own people, Chinese people, no matter which nationality, main nationality, majority or they are minorities, no matter. They not human being, or human being but second, third kind. First kind is Communist Party leaders, number one. So evil. And because there's a lockdown, what's happening, tragedy in Urumqi, Xinjiang region, Uyghur Xinjiang region. The in building was fire, but in flat were children's. They are locked down, no parents. Door closed from outside because lockdown, zero policy, COVID. And how we can the children was cried and asking help. Nobody helped. If somebody wants, how? There died in this building 10 Chinese people, among them children. And after that, people go to streets and said and saying, enough is enough. They call it they human beings. They have soul. They have rights. They're peaceful persons, no extremists, no terrorists, across China, including Beijing, including Shanghai, including Chengdu. But first, I will try show you our children. The tweet from Raihan Assad. I didn't want to show my tears to the people who inflicted so much pain on my beloved community and me. But this innocent child's cry for help and our inability to prevent any atrocities happening in the Uyghur region is killing me. The word silence is too painful to bear. And this video There are other video from other angle, But this photo already when fire was end in this building, same building. Sorry. This one. They died because inhumane decision of Communist Party, Chinese Communist Party. Wrong decision of leadership. Zero COVID policy, so wrong and so inhumane. And Chinese people said enough is enough. And across China, they go to streets and squares. First time since Tiananmen, 1989. Daytime I was with Chinese people. This protest demonstration was started together with me and Chinese people in 1989. Not only China, across the world, particularly in Europe, then Soviet Union and Eastern Bloc and the Soviet Union means Eastern European countries. We was together. I not will repeat this wrong decision in time. 1989, Chinese authority, Deng Xiaoping and others, partly reformed China. Come to our days. Chinese people, particularly young students, they even cry. They think they not have future. They as robot. They as no human beings. And this protest demonstration across China, I will show you few. This Chengdu. This Beijing. This demonstration when one of protesters calling for democracy, for human rights, because they human beings.
为自己服务，我们要人文主义精神，我要尊重自己独立，是独立的人，有独立的人格，有做人的尊严。我们是人，我们是中国人，我们也是人。要民主，法治要民主。
Vivian Wu tweeting. This video puts me finally into tears. A Beijing accent voice shooting. We don't need, in Chinese writing, a Maoism slogan that claims serving the people, subjects. And she continued, we need to help ourselves, the protester said. We should have humanitarianism. We are humans with self-respect, independent dignity, and souls. This protester words and Vivian Wu tweeting about that. Okay. This good chance Chinese people already 33 years from after Tiananmen. And your fighters, Jiabo, for example, Nobel Peace Prize winner, and many others, single voices, they was fighting for you Chinese people against brutal Communist Party rule. They was fighting for you, for your rights. They was killing, arrested. So, when you wait, this Communist Party will do something for you. This is wrong. Don't be naive. Never will. Never. This fight, obviously, and fight is fight. There can't be place for fair. If you will afraid, we will lose finally. Your today, future, as people, as individuals. But if you will act together, as now, countrywide protest demonstrations, and this protest demonstration should increase, quantity come to more, and I call Chinese people, others also join, gather to this protest demonstration. No afraid, this fight freedom, your children, their future, dignity, your dignity, all that. You should fight for that. No afraid. You much more Your many Communist Party, if percentage will take, small, several, absolute majority, absolute majority. This you, Chinese people, you. If you will go to streets and squares and you shall shoot because freedom, because your rights, because this injustice which you're in the world for years rejected. Now time come to streets and squares. Not afraid. If you will afraid, they will win finally. If not, I together with you Chinese people, we will win. Democracy will come to China. Believe in that. This is not fantasy. If we together, if we're acting, and continuation of that, peaceful forum, of course, I not call you for violence. Peacefully. Return to Tiananmen Square, people. Return to Tiananmen Square. No afraid. I together with you. And we will succeed. We will remove this one-party rule state forum. There should be multi-party system, means democracy. There should be true elections, free and fair elections. For that should be reformed election system. There should be formed independent election commissions. This only your right, people. By your choice, by your vote, and democracy will come. Now together with you. This fight, and here can't be placed for or to fear, to afraid. Not afraid, no fear. Fight, back one another. If police some form attacking and try arrested somebody from into this protest demonstration, move, stop them. This form, this peaceful action, take back from their hand your friends, your brothers and sisters, you same people. You should back one another by slogans, but not only by slogans, freed, but move and take from their hand these arrested persons, arrested your friends, who shoulder to shoulder together with you gathering to these protest demonstrations. In Beijing, in Shanghai, across China, not afraid. Time for change. Time for change come to China. Use that, not afraid. I together with you and we will succeed. And I call Chinese authority, listen to people's voice, start reform country, remove one Communist Party leadership role from constitution, remove, reject, and start reform criminal justice system. Start reform. There should be free media. Of course, free media, not only internet media, social media. There are TVs, This should become democracy, This so normal, so normal, so normal. And as I promise you, together with you, China, if leadership of Chinese authority will join to us, this best. And I will together with China, we will together reform country and this best way. And China truly will come one of leader country in the world, truly. Not by his brutality, by his tyranny regime, CCP. And countries, particularly regional countries, all will allow you because democratic country. They are not expansion, they are not brutality, they are not aggressiveness, they are not acting against democratic system. Remember Hong Kong, how this Communist Party betrayed the promise one country, two system. This CCP, and now time for change, all that. And regional country will join back. And this democratic process can help for people on this region where also one party system or dictatorship, democracy will come to these countries too. And China, leader country. These true leaderships, leader country in world. This so, so good chance for China to reform and come to one of leader country in world. Truly leader country in world. And Chinese people deserve that with high life level, which now not exist, but with democracy, human rights will come finally. China, ancient country, very culture, traditions, nature, beautiful, but all destroyed by tyranny, by our days tyranny, CCP, and this should be stopped finally. Therefore, Chinese people together, we should go to Tiananmen Square again, peacefully, with demand for reform, for democracy, human rights, peacefully, and other city in Shanghai, Chengdu, Urumqi, or other city, the megapolis cities, go to streets and squares, Chinese people. Of course, in this second they attacked me, try and very try stop the Chinghiz life. This each time not because only China, but China too. This Putin, Ilham Aliyev, in both countries, fascism, dictatorship. Therefore, they don't want reform or democracy in China, in Iran. They don't want, of course. But we together and we can. No stop, Chinese people. No stop and no afraid. Go to streets and squares more and more. Quantity should be more and demand democracy, demand reform. are together with you Chinese people. In Iran, I said, in Iran, even, of course, the revolution movement, and they are already big industry units also gathering to this revolution movement. I will show you one video. Isfahan iron smelter workers, previously the Free Union of Iranian Workers, had announced the reason for the strike again by these workers: failure to fulfill the promises of the authorities. Based on this, the most important demand of Isfahan iron smelter workers is to increase their wages, which is lower than the workers working in other steel companies. And here video. And here also in Isfahan, University of Technology students. The students protest demonstration. And several days ago, I also said that in tweet I shared this info. Two actresses was arrested. Now they released it. One of them, at least, released it. Hengame Ghaziani, the actress who was arrested last week, was released a few hours ago. The regime seeks another goal: wait for freedom too. And this beautiful, truly Iranian woman, girls, she actress, she protesting without a scarf. She was arrested, now she free. Okay, this Iran. And I call Iranian people, already time more than 2 months you on streets and squares. Now we should concretize our action demand. There should be demand for resignation of Khamenei or chief of Islamic Quds Guard, others who was participating on this truly fascism style brutality against you by atrocities severally. And also we demanding reform. There should be new constitution of Iran. And I call you demand that. For that there should be referendum. This decision, the parliament, I think, should decide. Therefore, you should be at Parliament Building 2. If this should decide president, you should at President Resident 2. This one, we should concretize. Reform should happen. Result of this revolutionary movement should be already come online. And Iranian authorities should listen to people. There should be decision about referendum of new constitution. There should be new state forum without supreme leader institution, without the advisor commission institutions, without parliament, lawmakers, head of state, president, highest president, and independent judiciary system. And of course, free media and human rights. This should be in constitution. People and women, about human rights, they should have free choice. Headscarf free or with headscarf, each individual woman or girl decision. And this should be respected. Finally, this is not for discuss. We're talking about new, moderate, secular country, Iran. We should do that. And I know many officials into Iranian authority also want this reform. So not afraid, these officials, I call officials, not afraid, join to people. Time for act. And security forces, they are also officers, generals. Time for act. Stop attacking people. Start reform. And Iranian people. We're coming close and close. We will change Iran. For that, you should not stop it. You should not stop your movement, your revolutionary movement. No stop. And there should be more and more people and intensify your protest demonstration across Iran, particularly in center megapolises in Tehran, Isfahan, Tabriz, and other city, Mashhad, Qom, other city and region. All Iranian people is all, no matter which nationality, all as one nation acting. Listen their slogans, all for Iran, and they demand democracy, freedom, are together with you Iranian people. Increase your action and demand and not afraid. You should have one to others. This is also crucial. And judiciary system, these justices, judges, I call you respect human rights. They're not terrorists, they're not extremists. They gather in peaceful demonstration by demand for the Iran better, and I call justices respect their right, not arrest them. And finally, President of Iran, I call you free all arrested people, all political motivated arrests, means all political prisons from previously time to they remain in jail, long year sentences. But in fresh arrested too, they should be all released. I say, out together with you, Iranian people. Now, world, United States of America, developed countries, European Union, G7, G20, United Nations, General Assembly, I call you powerfully, strongly, firmly stand with Chinese people, with Iranian people, and they will have other revolutionary movements starting. Immediately stand with them and help them, back them. No said you not was this was for you surprise, for example. Fact check. People want democratic reform. This should happen in Saudi Arabia. I call Saudi Arabian people. Hey, wake up. Wake up. Reject the Saudi name from your country name. Who they? And the Saudi who? As you, human being. After World War II, some Western countries agreed give in some family this monarchy right called Saudi, and country now belong to them. Unacceptable, Saudi Arabian people. Unacceptable. Not afraid. You can be free if you will act together with me. Again, not afraid. Look, other nations how fighting heroically. Start fight for your rights, for democracy, for remove this monarchy, Saudi brutal regime from authority. Not afraid. This possible. Together with me, this possible. Start this movement, Saudi Arabia people. Together with you, I call you directly. Time for revolution in Saudi Arabia, in this country too. Because you, Saudi Arabian people, and you will choose which name will your country, how your country will call it. But there should be the Saudi name removed to garbage, means waste of history. Together with you, Saudi Arabian people, and other they ally, United Arab Emirates. How they brutal against you, against humanity, human beings. Ally. change should come to United Arab Emirates too. But now Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia should be freed from this monarchy, brutal system. No afraid, join to my call, Saudi Arabian people. I say, Putin killed Lukashenko deputy means that. Actually, he was foreign minister, but right hand, McKay. This, of course, Putin job. He was poisoned. Where he was poisoned? In Yerevan, Armenia, or by Putin. This GIU, mainly GIU job, FSB, SVR, means intelligence agencies job. But this can happen in Belarus too. But so, he was assassinated by Putin because Lukashenko now fully under Putin control, and Putin demand open second front from Belarus forces, military forces, army should attack Ukraine. Lukashenko agreed, and he not have opportunity reject Putin order, but one of his argue was he won't buy their somebody's disagree and need some period of time to regulate that. Did not show to somebody. He generally said, including military, among generals of Belarus army. This. At the same time, Lukashenko was look to Europe. He used this tactic during these decades of years, and he in authority for the maneuver again. Same, he tried it, asking European Union help him, and he help him means keep recognize his authority and keep his authority, and he will reject Putin. He will leave Putin's side. And this was a lie. This obvious lie. Lukashenko can't do that already. But he was his situation that he was tried to that. But no one country can give Lukashenko legitimacy. Belarus people elected his president, and her name, Svetlana Tikhanovskaya. They are not a place for discuss. Lukashenko can resign, defect to Paris, Monte Carlo, Monaco. But he should be punished for his brutality. How many people he killed together with Putin? How many tortured, arrested, and killed? And we already know Belarus fully, today authority already fully belong to Putin, and Putin already showed that he killed McKay, he can kill Lukashenko. Lukashenko can resign soon too. One of version case, McKay died because Putin killed him. demanding Lukashenko resign. He resigned. And there, Putin person from Belarus coming to head of state. This scenario of Putin, because he already finally reject Lukashenko. Yeah, when he knew Lukashenko again seeing some help from means separate talks, attempt of these talks. And Putin decided finally remove Lukashenko. And he starts from Mackay. So Lukashenko himself now in his situation until he in office, or if he will immediately resign and there will come Putin, their candidate have, now I not recall his name, okay, but name known, secretary of, in Russian name, ODKB, yeah, Russia, Armenia, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, this military, they are secretary of this organization, this Belarus nationality, name known, and this main Putin candidate for replace Lukashenko. And of course he will do finally, they will announce fully Belarus-Russia union. Belarus will intervene to Ukraine, etc. Lukashenko, Putin signed union agreement, but they partly announced this union in some part, in some sphere. But fully they, because Putin decision, they're keeping it secret. But now, by new leadership, this will do fully public. Union exists. So what you can do, NATO? We should attack Belarus army. In Poland, they are not I said entire NATO. They're using this tactic. We should use Aikido. They are Poland, they are other country, Baltic states, too possible. We should stop Belarus army by attacking. If they will try intervene Ukraine, we should attack, they destroy their army, their tanks, their military jets. Oh, our position should be that. Finally, I say, Putin continues his bluff by escalate, and same time pushing his structured persons in Europe and in America. They're pushing authority, danger. Stop that. This Putin, part of his, we know how Putin weak. His army, how weak. Same in Belarus army, of course, because same system. But here danger I think among these politicians in Western countries. They push to authority. Aka Sullivan to Joe Biden, or in Germany, Merkel, or in France, Sarkozy, Macron himself. In Italy, today's authority, Berlusconi, others. In Austria, others. About Orban already, about Erdogan already, no questions. This attack will, poorly, obviously. And United States should finally show his leadership. For that, Joe Biden should clean up his circle from Sullivan and co. and say, hey, stop that finally. Putler with genocidal war in Europe, Ukraine fighting for free his land and fighting for Europe for you too. And we should continue to stand with Ukraine and increase our support to Ukraine. And this should be final decision, final. Should be any attempt already do impossible. This last opportunity of Putin, believe me. Try pressure Ukraine by rocket attacks and Belarus. Same time, Sullivan, Kissinger, Messenger, Trump, McCarthy in America, same in Europe, attacking authorities. You should stop that finally. This Putin plan should be destroyed finally. And do that not difficult. Very simply needed bold, powerful, strong position. I not call you attack Russia. I call you stand with Ukraine. Protect your own country. And do that not difficult. Even simply. I say, I call Zelensky, Vladimir, increase your security system, your own. Your visit to region very good in liberated cities. Kharkov was newly was Kherson. Be careful. Putin, one of his main decisions, kill you. He will try again. He will fail, but will again try. No, give Putin chance, Zelensky. I say. And in this point, I'm calling you Zelensky. Think about traitors into Western countries. Main danger can come from there. If your security will belong to Western countries' security. And look at them sometimes how they're acting. They also thinking, this I saying you, they also thinking good if Zelensky will remove means will kill it, assassinate it. Will other man come to talks for, of course, this Putin plan. This Putin plan, chance will increase. With Zelensky, it is impossible. We should kill him. There will new one, our one, and Putin will succeed. For that, you should increase your security. Okay? I not say all Western countries. I not say all their officials. I said they are, you looking, who they, among them, who they? Merkel, Draghi, Berlusconi, Sarkozy, Macron, McCarthy, Trump, Sullivan, not believe in them. What I said. I call names. I say. United States, they are coming one of crucial election to Senate, Georgia runoff, Senator Warnock, and their Republican nominee Walker. Last poll show Warnock leading very seriously, at least 8-10 point, 7-10 point, different poll. This good, Warnock good senator. He 2 years in office already. He can, but he will do more. Georgians, I call you vote to Raphael Warnock. Good man and good senator. Reject these liars. Trump, who backed this? Cruz coming to Volker, etc. Who they? You good know them. Senator Warnock is important, Georgians. Vote Senator Warnock, I say. And in Israel, Netanyahu authority create coalition, means Netanyahu party together with same far-right parties. Likud Avadez is far-right party, means fascist party. They agreed create coalition with other extremists, even extremists. Non-extremists. This is not a slogan I call it, because free speech and media confirmed verified extremist party. Netanyahu already did that. And chief of this party, very known extremist, truly confirmed verified extremist, coming Israel Minister of Security sphere of Israel. Security. Think about that. United States of America. In Israel, apartheid regime. Secretary of State Blinken. Think about that. How you can talk about democracy around the world when you continue back Israel apartheid regime, Blinken. And you will back these extremists too. If so, who you, Blinken? Who you? All coming transparently online. I say. Today, this, as people, I am Chinghiz together with you.